How can we help you?
I'm just looking for some Butts chips.
Just came to the right place.
Yeah. So that'll be
One interview.
one interview.
Why, of course.
Let's go.
Get it.
No show at late night, nothing but illustrious guest. Miro, who's in the building today?
I'm gonna do the producer tag drop. We got Zazie Beetz in the house, y'all.
You know
what
the
I'm
vibe.
Thank you for
How's it
having
going
me.
today?
I'm chilling.
You're
I'm
chilling?
good, yeah. I have been shooting in Atlanta, and I just came in to hang out with y'all.
Oh, thank you. What were you shooting in Atlanta?
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
I'm like,
No. To be fair, they shoot a lot of shit in Atlanta.
I'm like, what possibly? Because she's
Yeah,
doing.
yeah,
I'm like,
they
Walking
shoot.
Dead?
Amigos video?
No, not Marvel, nothing. It's been Atlanta.
All right.
So.
How far along are you guys in the new season?
Well, we finished season 3, which we did in Europe, and now we're doing season 4. We're a week into shooting, so we just started.
What is it like to work on a show that everybody's like, yo, this show is fucking ill.
Yeah.
This is the best shit on TV. This shit is so fire.
you got immediate
Everybody that
feedback,
works is
like-
on the Genius.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, honestly, it's really special. It's nice when you like it too. You know, I feel, honestly, it's so funny, you know, because all of us got into that show just through like basic auditions. And, you know, for me, when I auditioned for that, I was still working a full-time job and serving, and I'm from the city, so I was working here in restaurants and stuff. And I was just like, oh, it was another audition, you know, with no idea that it was gonna kind of pop off in the way that it did. And I remember shooting at the end of the first season, me and the director, Hero, we were like, wow, after this isn't ours anymore, it'll be everybody's. And then it became this thing. And we were like, wow, this was like this was like us. And obviously it was Donald and Childish Gambino, but you still don't know if it's gonna work or not work. And it's really special. It's special to me that we all grew up in it together. I think it all really, our careers for all of us really changed, and we all share that,
Right.
and so we have that bond, I think. So going back and shooting is really nice.
Multiple seasons, B. That's how you know you did that.
That's
You know
true.
what I'm saying?
That is true.
Well, you gonna get a pilot that picked up?
You know what I'm saying?
That right there, that's like, whoa.
Yeah.
But then when you get season 2, you're like, all right. Then season 3, you like, all right.
Okay.
Then season 4, you like, you're nuts.
Oh, we good. We good.
Suck.
We good now. We in here.
Start talking to the PAs any kind of way you want.
Don't get complacent. You gotta, you know, keep it fresh, keep it moving.
Now you're in a lot of big projects as well. A little thing called Joker, how did that affect your life? Because there are people out there with Joker tattoos, people who have Joker on the front of their car.
Yeah.
A lot of people, Joker is the greatest movie I've ever seen in the whole entire world in existence. Discuss.
You have to
Does that
say-
change your fan base? Because I'm sure.
It did shift my fan base a bit, but because I had Deadpool, so I was already kind of in the comic book fan world. But I have to say, really, it was Todd and Joaquin, their vision. Like, you know, I hopped in and I did my thing, but they really, you know, the moment when I read the script, to me, it was about mental health and accessibility and overlooking those things in our society. And I just felt so drawn to the story, and I was like, I need to do this.
Where were you working before you became famous? Because you from the area.
I'm from New York, yeah.
What town?
Anywhere with
Born
that
in
we would know?
Germany, raised in
I'm
Washington
from
Heights.
Washington Heights.
You're uptown.
181st Street.
Hey, 181st. So San Nicola, papi, way out here. How many times? How many times?
How many times do people think you were Dominican?
I was just about to say, how many times have people just come up to me and be like, coño, mami,
Yeah,
hey.
and then I feel bad. I'm like, I'm sorry. No, actually, yeah, it happened a lot.
Oh, I'm sure.
But I'm from Washington Heights, and my mom moved to Harlem, so then I was half and half.
New York City kids, man.
Yeah,
We out here, you know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Real.
Out here. She's out here
Yeah.
catching juxes and shit. Like, you know what I mean? She had work on the block. You know?
Right?
Nah, I'm not. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Your latest project, Invincible.
Yeah.
Fam. I went into that and I was like, all right, cartoons. How good could this be? Wow, goddamn. When you read the script,
yeah.
what was your initial reaction?
I like the idea of I love like cartoons for adults. You know, I don't know, like Rick and Morty or whatever. Like I think it's a really fun world to play in. And to me, the script is really, it's like coming of age, it's family, it's connectivity. And I also like that the violence depicted in the comics themselves as well is real and consequential. So yeah, I just thought it was an interesting family drama, really,
man.
under the kind of the cover
Right.
of comic.
Comic book shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and so I was excited and honored, honestly, to be asked to be a part
It
of
was
it. You
super
know, with
intense.
Robert Kirkman, he's such a sort of legend in the industry and in
So
this
good.
world. So
And how do you pick your projects? Because I mean, like, because animation obviously is I don't want to say easier,
Yeah.
but it's easier than like live action because it's like, yo,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in the booth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm in my pajamas.
Yeah.
I got the engineer there. I got the director telling me like, you're a little more scared here.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, you know, so when you get a script in front of you, what's the main thing like that it has to have?
I think complexity and nuance. So I really don't like when things kind of fall into where you think they're gonna fall. I think we can be quick to decide something is right or wrong when really we all contain, I guess, multiples. How do you say? We all have dualities, and there's things that contradict, and I like exploring that because it makes me feel seen as a person of like, I have things that these two things shouldn't exist in me, but they both do, and how do I deal with that?
Yeah.
So that's really important to me.
Got you.
Yeah.
What's your favorite German food?
Really, it's a noodle, but
It's a noodle?
it's
What? Come
called
on, put us on.
Spätzle.
What is that?
Spätzle. It's like a very eggy kind of noodle, and then you bake it with some cheese, and it goes in a cast iron, and then you put some, you know, a lot of people put like little spring onions or something like that on it, and it's just very like hearty and strong.
I thought you were about to say noodle kugel.
Noodle. No, I don't know what it is.
It's like it's the same thing you just described. It's like egg noodles,
Yeah.
baked with peaches though on top.
Oh,
Is that German?
Yeah,
is that German?
yeah.
That sounds kind of hamburger helperish.
That's
I don't
a very
know.
German thing.
You know, it's funny, this thing I just said, Spätzle, some people do eat it not with cheese, like the noodles themselves. Some people eat it sweet with like applesauce and stuff like that, which I feel like is very like Eastern European-y to kind of like, you know, mix, I don't know, fruits with like sort of savory stuff. But I will say that overall, I mean, I'm like a pasta and cheese kind of girl. So that's my favorite food.
What's Germany like? Because we've never been there.
We're
I
semi-international
feel
boys.
like you would like Berlin.
Yeah?
Berlin's cute. That's where my family's from. It's a very, very creative city. I feel like it's grungier than New York is now. So it makes me think of like a little bit of an older New York.
Ooh.
But I guess a bit of a slower pace. People are like chilling. Like they're in school for like 10 years and like working H&M. They have a few kids and they're just like drinking a beer and they're just chilling. Like I feel like Germany, and then they like go to a club and they're like, you have like a 7-year-old. They're like, yeah, but I'm like, I'm chilling.
I'm out
Yeah.
here chilling.
And I feel
They
like
watching the Heights Energy.
Hold on,
Like, yo,
yo, that sounds lit. Hold on.
Yeah,
I was like, I got 4 kids on
nice.
What's Germany? Oh,
yeah, I like Germany, and it's also changed a lot. So when I was a kid, I was even like 10 years ago, it was a lot more homogenous than it is now. It's
yeah.
become way more international, and like it's very interesting. Like I remember as a kid, literally weeks, you wouldn't see people really of like who weren't German sort of descent. And like when you ran into somebody, you were like, oh my God, hi.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and now it's very, very, very different. So it's cool to see the transformation and to go back and be like, oh, yeah, I could really spend time here and feel also really,
Chill.
yeah, chill. It's nice.
So fluent in German.
Yes.
Why is there a word for everything? German is a language that baffles me because there's a word for every single thing. Like a light fart. There's a
light
you know what I'm saying? Like there's a word for every single little thing.
Is there a word for that?
Well, a light fart. Actually, I mean the word for fart in German is poops, which is kind of
Poops?
Poops,
Okay.
which works. I
works.
guess it's in the same wheelhouse.
Yeah.
I know in Spanish you add a little ito at the end like that.
Poopschen. Poopschen. That's a little one. Poopschen.
What's your favorite German word? Teach us some German. What's a word?
Okay, what's a German
What's a good
word?
German word that we can
Okay.
incorporate into our Bronx slang?
You know what I'm saying?
So if someone's
Okay.
how do you say what's the German equivalent for wildin'?
Yo, they're wildin'. Yo, they doing the most.
Okay, you could be like, Es geht up is sort of like it's going off, like it's going off. Es geht up. Es geht up.
That's
yeah.
the wild Dumbo hook, right?
Okay, cute. You got a little accent going too.
Okay,
Look at you.
The club like, yo, pour it up, pour it up.
Come on, okay.
But to be fair, let me tell you, the most of the time I spend is with my grandparents and my father.
Okay.
And so sometimes I feel like my slang's a little outdated. So maybe check in with a couple more German youths after talking to me.
Talk about it, because like a lot of Spanish slang I get, I was like, it's for my dad. So I bust it out.
And they're like, yo, how old are you?
you old head.
You need to
That happens on
catch
Twitter every
up.
now and then. You'll use the slang, they be like, oh, good to see the old people still enjoying Twitter.
Let me put some carrots for you, old man.
Oh, don't talk to me like that, son.
Oh, let me put some rap for you. We was rapping. Yeah,
Like, I had Young Thug's first album. You watch it there, boy.
Had his first album.
What else are you working on? Because you talked about
So I
9
have,
Days? Talking about
I have 9 days
Invincible?
coming out. That movie's really special to me.
Talk about it.
So that is a film about a person who kind of exists in a place before life and after life, and he has the unique job of picking souls or people to live and be born. So he kind of oversees people who are on Earth. One person tragically passes away, and so there's an opening for new life. And then souls come in and get interviewed for the opportunity of life, and he gets to decide who will get this opportunity. And so the film is just really, to me, is really life-affirming and about really appreciating the things around you, and even within grief and pain, to continue to acknowledge the unique or the interesting or the what can be good for you.
And when does that film come out?
So it's already been out in LA and New York for last week. And tomorrow it's coming out nationwide.
Congrats.
So go check out 9 days, y'all.
Right. Don't illegally stream it.
That's right,
Don't.
yo. Don't go on no funny ass website, because
Right.
Unless you really broke. You gotta do what you gotta do. But don't.
You know, what would you be doing if you were not working in Hollywood?
I think I'd be a midwife.
A midwife. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, that was left field, wasn't it?
I was like, sprint PCS.
I was like, okay.
I'm just really passionate about women's health, women's reproductive rights, and I also just think birth and pregnancy and that passage into Earth being, I think, is just fascinating. And I kind of am like intoxicated by this idea of watching this transition of a woman going from herself into herself and mother, and this little being coming in. I find it so incredible. So I've been looking into like taking doula classes or something. I know Erykah Badu is a doula. I think she doulaed Slick
baby.
Wood,
Yeah, Slick Wood.
her birth, and I would love to do that. I was there. I have a brother. He's 14. He's turning 15 this year. But
You're
I was there when my mother gave birth, and it's incredible. But I also used to be really into like graphic art, and I used to paint a lot, and so I'd probably be in that space actually. Thinking about midwifery as well.
okay.
Painting while delivering a baby.
A
Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
yo.
Wow, that's a
Do a
flex.
little
Yo,
portrait
that's
of
a
the
super
baby.
flex.
Or painting with the placenta.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Next level.
That's some
You
like.
know what I'm saying? That's moment shit right there.
I like that.
See that right there. Listen, you know what time it is. Most important part of the interview. What would you like your neon sign to say?
I think I would have it say, keep it easy and keep it good.
Simple to the point. Another great interview. Thanks for sitting down with us.
Thanks for having me.
Homie in
This
the
was
building.
so
Watching the
fun.
hype stand up.
Can I get some butts chips? on
Yeah,
this?
so you can get some butts, you know what I'm saying? Out here, we out here.
You know the vibe. Yo, welcome to the DESUS MERO YouTube channel.
That's right, you know what I'm saying? Like, subscribe, you know what I mean?
That's right, we got a lot of digital content in here to keep you up in between our shows. So be sure to like, subscribe, and click watch another video. We out.
Hit all the buttons, watch mad videos, holla.